Howdy folks, I'm the Roleplay Gamer and I like to party. Welcome back to Path of Exile, the Necromancer. We're continuing on with Act 4 content. So let's head into the Dried Lake. I have been saving this for videos, but I'm not sure if I will anymore. Look, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's call a spade a shovel here. I don't think you guys care enough about this Path of it. Like, it's getting some views, but I don't think you guys care enough about Path of Exile for me to really, like, save it all for the videos. But, of course, let me know. Like, if you absolutely want to see every little skerrick of Act 4, that's fine. I got no problem doing that for you. I can make that happen for you guys. Let's put on our... all our buffs. Now, that's the only... I want more spots. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just me more whining, but I want more spots here to put all my... so I can turn on all my little buffs and shit. Oh, mother of God. These things are pretty interesting. I gotta say, the enemy design in Path of Exile is fairly spectacular. So, my hunt for an ARPG that I can just get balls to the wall hooked on continues. I would like to, like, if you're not already aware of my intentions here, I would like to have an action RPG that becomes a staple of my channel, just like Skyrim is I suppose an open world staple, if you will, if that sentence makes sense. Kind of does. I'm running out of the good stuff here. I'll pop some skeletons. Yes, I mean, there's certainly no shortage of ARPGs. The problem is they're kind of... I don't know, there are none that I've... Alright, there are very few that I've played that I've been like, this is bad, right? I mean, it's sort of difficult to fuck up an ARPG. I think it's just a matter of, well, this one isn't for me. For example, Torchlight. I'm not saying Torchlight 2 is bad. I just think, you know, for my own sensibilities, it's boring as horseshit. And make no mistake, like, if you enjoy it, that's cool, man. I'm not saying that your opinion on that is invalid. It's just not mine. It's just not my thing. So I've been trying a few things here and there. Path of Exile, of course. You know what? Despite the fact that Path of Exile is free, because I know that can kind of... that can sway an opinion. It's like, oh man, this is really good for a free game. I think Path of Exile is good regardless of the fact that it's free. I probably should be summoning some specters here. I forgot what they were called for a second. I was about to call them wraiths or something. Yeah, I think it's good despite the fact that it's free. It's just solid. Like I've said in one of my recent Skyrim videos, it's not perfect, of course. No game is. But it's pretty solid. It's the sort of thing, it's sort of like a mindless action RPG, which, I mean, you can definitely say aren't all action RPGs mindless. But I suppose the alternative is a game like Van Helsing. You know, the Van Helsing trilogy, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, which I'm trying out the second one of. I managed to get it like really cheap for $5, so I thought, why not? Even though I was planning to wait for the final cut edition that's coming up in September, I believe, which is going to incorporate all three games in the series into one and add a whole bunch of new content and whatnot, which is pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to that. So I have been playing the second one, and that is more story-driven, of course, because it's surrounding, or rather focusing, if you will, on a single fleshed-out character, which is cool. I like that in some respects. Because you know, it's less of that mindless hack and slash, which isn't a bad thing. You know, like I said, that's kind of the point of an action RPG as far as I'm concerned. But it is nice to have a little bit of context. And hang on, I got to fix up my mic cable here. It's just encroaching a little bit onto my keyboard. Yeah, I do like to have a little bit of context. I mean, sometimes in Path of Exile, I do feel like, why am I doing this? I have praised the story of Path of Exile countless times, and that's not changed. I still reckon the backstory is amazing. I think maybe it's just the way it's delivered. You know, it's not necessarily even that. I'm not even sure what it is. Maybe it's the fact that because the skill system is so open, which is an awesome thing, but it also means that the characters don't necessarily have, I suppose, any defining attributes. Is that even it, maybe? I think that's probably as close as I've ever gotten to explaining what is missing from Path of Exile as far as I'm concerned. I know some people have said, like, whenever there's an argument in a forum or something, there's always like, oh, you know, Path of Exile is awesome because of all the skill variety. And then a few people come out and it's like, well, actually, that's just an illusion. There's not that much variety once you really get down to it. I'm on the fence. I'm not sure. On the one hand, I can see where those guys are coming from. You know, there are only a handful of builds that really work well. Then again, you know, I mean, I can understand their point of view. I don't know if their point of view is valid. I mean, of course, it's valid because an opinion is always valid, whether you agree with it or not. I don't know if it's valid because I haven't, you know, for lack of a better term, I haven't played enough and tried enough builds to really say, okay, this build doesn't work. Because I feel like they've made a lot of improvements, especially in this latest expansion. I feel like there's less planning that needs to go into a build, which is good. I like that. Like I've said in previous videos, I like the fact that I can more easily play a found gear only character. Ooh, is this potentially a chromatic item? That could be fancy. What was I saying? Man, I feel like I've been talking like relatively a million miles a minute. I'm a fairly laid back, slow talking kind of guy. Usually. So yeah, I mean, what have I tried? Path of Exile is probably the ARPG that I've put the most hours into. I have tried the teaser demo edition, starter edition, whatever you call it, of Diablo 3. I've tried it with a couple characters. I'm sorry, I just can't get into it. I feel like, again, I think it's the characters. They're not very interesting. You know what? I did find the I'm going to aggro a whole bunch more guys and pop my skeletons here. Come on. Where are you? Here we go. This is a good spot to do it. I did like the Witch Doctor. Because, you know, I like having pets, basically. I like summoning minions. But I think maybe the problem I had with the classes in Diablo, and, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, this might not be the case, because, again, I've only played I think they call it the Starter Edition, so I haven't delved that deep into it, but it seems like, you know, while you can customize your class in terms of skills, it doesn't, like, fundamentally change the way the class plays. That's the impression that I got from my short time with it. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And of course, that is what Path of Exile does really well. Which is cool. That's why I appreciate this game so much. Because you can... I mean... Then again, then that's when I can see the argument of actually the giant skill tree is just an illusion. Because, yeah, you can play like a two-handed wielding strength-based witch, but it is suboptimal. I feel like... Oh man. Let's pop it again. I feel like if you tried to do that, you would be objectively... You'd be playing objectively less efficient than if you went with a Marauder or something, you know? And then again, I might just be talking out of my ass there again, because... this is going to sound really weird, but I've only got about... 300, the low 300s hours worth of playing Path of Exile, which I say only because I know there are more than a few people that have over 1,000 hours. So of course, you'd on the one hand you'd say, well, yeah, they'd probably know more about the game than me, but maybe on the other hand you'd say, well, perhaps they've become jaded as a result. I can certainly see that, as evidenced by the fact that I've played a shitload of hours of Skyrim and became extremely disillusioned with it at one point. I've sort of fixed it up now by adding a shitload of mods, and And I'm having a little more fun with it now, but yeah, there was definitely a time when it was like, oh man, I would rather swim across the Ganges with a paper cut across my nipple than play Skyrim. But anyway, so Van Helsing 2. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Maybe it just starts slow. Also, I'm of course aware that I might be losing a bit of context because I'm jumping straight into the second one without having played. Ah, okay, we got a boss without having played the first one, and maybe that's an issue. Maybe it's not. Also, I have played mostly the Thaumaturge, which doesn't really do it for me. And maybe it picks up. Maybe it picks up and you get a lot more skills. But I really like some of the things it does, like with your ghost companion, Katarina. And you can argue, well, the pet in Torchlight does the exact same thing. Yes, but the pet doesn't add flavor. It doesn't sass you. It doesn't talk back and whatnot. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You know, setting. Oh shit! Okay, that was hairy. Setting plays a big role in a game, at least for me. I can occasionally overlook it, but it's more important than people usually give it credit for, at least. Okay, what do we gotta? Oh man, we probably want to wear this, I dare say. Yeah. How do we look? Do we look badass? Not really. We kind of look like a goob. I'll drop that. I'll pick that up. Okay. Anything else we want? Sacred Life Flask. Ooh. 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 Oh my god. Hang on, what are the stats on this motherfucker? I don't know, maybe. I'll look at it later. We'll drop that for sure. Okay, and let's hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Okay. So I've been looking at Grim Dawn. I don't know where I sit on Grim. Like, it actually looks really cool. It has a few. This is the thing with all these action RPGs. Some of them had some really cool features, and I'm like, yes. Why don't they all do this? This sort of like transcends the genre, for lack of a better term. But then maybe they don't. You know, it's just that one feature, and like that feature isn't enough to really keep you hooked. So I haven't played Grim Dawn, but all the reviews I've seen, and everyone on the forums who do play it, they rave about, like, oh my god, like nobody's business. Which makes me think, despite whatever it looks like on the surface, which I'm not saying it looks bad on the surface, I'm just saying, despite what you may think of, like, screenshots and whatnot, apparently it's balls to the wall awesome, and that's kind of got me wetting my taste buds a little bit. I definitely will check it out. Without a doubt. I've kind of been waiting for it to be released, but they're adopting, which, I mean, it's fair enough. They're adopting this, it's done when it's done attitude, and that's fine. I suppose it's like, talking about that, I would personally like I appreciate the, the whole done is done thing, but I would like, alright, I would like it if they went, alright, it'll be done when it's done, but this is when we're kind of hoping for it to be done, I understand why they don't do that, because, some people don't understand, or won't understand, that that's an estimate and might not actually come to pass. And so when it's not released, when it is delayed, they'll be like, hey, you said it was going to be released, on this date. You lied, slander. That's probably why they don't do that, and they just do the when it's done thing. But I don't know. I would like an estimate at the very least. So yeah, Grim Dawn, that's sort of where I got my sights at the moment. I'm particularly interested in the fact that you can dual class, you know, Guild Wars 1 style, and it actually gives your class a name based on what, you know, what subclasses you've picked. Which is really cool. I think it is, at least. I mean, an action RPG, like, for me, I reckon, and then again, like, if anyone ever made this game, it might be terrible, and I'd be proven an idiot, but for me, I reckon, I really like the idea of the ghostly companion from the Van Helsing series, or, you know, the pets from Torchlight, though I don't like the setting, or the aesthetic of Torchlight, but more so, it was just like, that's not the only reason I don't like it, it's, I think just the classes were boring to me. I understand that there are mods and whatnot, but I kind of feel funny about, like, if I don't find any enjoyment from a game in its vanilla state, why would I still, you know, play it just for mods? I don't know, maybe that's just how I feel. And maybe it's a stupid way to look at it, but I don't know. But yeah, I really like the concept of the pet or the AI companion. That's really cool. I like build diversity, but then again, like it would be cool to have classes, but just be able to have a lot of options within those classes. So if you sort of mix Path of Exile with something a little bit more traditional with set classes, that'd be cool. Or I don't know, like if you could. I think that's why I'm excited about the dual class system from Grim Dawn, because it seems like you can really mess around with things and have some cool combinations. I think if I remember correctly and my maths doesn't fail me, which it probably does, because I'm terrible at math, I think that's 25 combinations. So you sort of essentially end up with 25 different classes. I was tempted to hang back a little bit and farm till the end of the level, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Now that I'm doing videos on Path of Exile, it's hang on. Seal and gain access to the mines. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right, there we go. I thought that was going to be like some end game shit. Let me just take a swig of water here. Ah, yes. Yeah, what I was saying is... Oh, hello. Yes, Sir Mountain. I'm pleased to see you too. I love the little comments of the witch. The witch is my favorite character just for that. The little comments she makes. Okay. What was I talking about? I don't even know about... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it surprises me now that I'm actually doing videos and I can see, you know, how long I spend in any given map. Can I raise a spectre from that? I can indeed. It surprises me how little time it takes to get through a specific map. Which is kind of cool, you know. When you're grinding, it kind of feels like a much longer time. I mean, not negative, it's not like, oh my god, this is a drag. It just feels like, maybe because it's repetitive, it's like, I'm spending a lot more time here than I actually am. A smoke mine, okay. I really like that I'm getting a hell of a lot more. Oh man. These enemies, man. Enemies in Act 4, they're balls to the wall brutal. Look at these motherfuckers. Are they zombies or what? Hang on, what does it say? What is it? Ah! Hang on. I can corpse target. Pocked miner. So what, it's like a diseased zombie thing. Interesting. Cool beans. Yes, I mean, pros and cons of all these different action RPGs. Like it's in some ways it's a flooded genre, but in other ways it's kind of, I don't know, what am I trying to say? I think maybe it's not a very diverse genre rather. I think that's an issue for me at least. I feel like Grim Dawn has the potential, like if it turns out to be as awesome as people are saying it is, I think it has the potential to be, for me at least, like I would be playing it alongside Path of Exile, because it just seems so different to Path of Exile. You know, you don't have randomized maps. It's all, whoops, it's all handcrafted, you know, so to speak, as the common buzzword. You've got set classes, but there seems to be a lot of class diversity. It's cool stuff, man. I would play the two together, because I do really like Path of Exile. It's just sometimes I want something different, you know. Oh, and here's a funny thing. I was talking about the Elder Scrolls series today with someone, and I realized, you know what? Skyrim is a goddamn action RPG, but from the first person. Really? If you get right down to it. I know that's maybe a simplification of what Skyrim is, but that's kind of what it is. And so does that suggest maybe my genre? All this time I've been looking for a genre of game that I'm not just good at, but that I'm also like, it is my genre. I am the guy for, you know, the go-to guy, whatever that means, for this genre. So does that suggest that maybe my genre is action RPG? I mean, that's kind of cool. I haven't got a problem with that at all. I'm just sort of like, I'm excited that maybe I've finally found myself. Most people go to college and like end up in a porno film or something to find themselves. I've done it playing action RPGs. Now I finally know who I am. I can move on with my life. I'm really liking this character. It's powerful. It's not a tank, but that's fine. As long as I don't do anything stupid. I probably should have emptied my my loot before I came in here, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not coming across anything amazingly spectacular. I do like this area though. It's gritty. It's kind of creepy. It's good. I'm loving the enemies of Act 4. It's hitting all sorts of spots. Oh man, they just come out of shit. It's pretty cool. Like there is some nice attention to detail in this game. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, keep the suggestions coming for action RPGs, guys. I mean, what's there? There's Diablo 3, which I do not like. I'll tell you that right now. So that's not going to be my channel staple. Grim Dawn is coming out. Haven't tried it yet. Is there anything I missed? Anything I've missed that I haven't played? I've played Torchlight 2. Didn't like it. I'm currently playing a bit of Van Helsing 2. What else is there? I mean, aside from going retro to the original Diablo 1 and 2. But look, I know some people are going to be like, oh, you can't call yourself a gamer until you've played Diablo 1 and 2. Or you can't call yourself an ARPG fan unless you've played Diablo 1 and 2. Okay. That's cool. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. No problem. I strongly disagree. I hate that. I hate it when it's like, you go to a forum and anyone's like, oh, you know, I'm going to shit on this game, but first let me list my gaming credentials. What the fuck, man? This is not a job interview. Why must you take gaming so seriously, you know? It's like that meme, or if it even is a meme. It's just game. Why you have to be mad? It's just a game, man. Hey, you can be passionate about... Oh, cool. Frostwall. There's nothing wrong about... Oh, shit, I should get out of here. There's nothing wrong about being... nothing wrong with, rather, being passionate about gaming. Hey, we're all passionate about gaming. That's why we're here. Playing games on the internet. I don't know. I'm in the camp that... Yes, you can be passionate, but you also don't have to take it super seriously. But I don't know. Maybe I'm the idiot. Maybe I'm the idiot. Fuck me, right? I don't take games seriously. Fuck me, right? Which, make no mistake, just because I don't take games seriously, like it's, I mean, I take it seriously in the, well, hang on, Wild Strike, where is Smoke Mine? Hang on, oh, alright, it's a blue one. Frost Wall, where are we going to put it? I suppose here? Do we even have room? What would I put, what do I not use on a regular basis? Raise Spectre, maybe. I should raise some of those, though. I suppose we'll put it on R? Jesus, man. See, this is where I need to, like, clean some of the filth, so to speak, and I suppose streamline my build, but everything just, it all works pretty well. Oh, yeah. Look, I'm fully aware that Frostwall probably isn't going to work for us, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, so I mean, just because I said I don't take games seriously, or rather, I can step back and say, you know, we can all calm down, it's just a game. Like, we can all like the things we like, without, you know, getting all freaked out about it. That's cool. I'm still a big fan of, is that something attacking me? I don't know. I'm still a big fan of esports. I do have a secret dream of one day being good enough at a game to be able to play it competitively. I highly doubt that will ever happen. Oh man, alright, this is something that Path of Exile does really well. The holy shit moments of just like shit hitting the fan, things exploding everywhere. It's very visceral. It's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What level is this area? Level 34. And I'm 38. I'm still over leveled, or it would appear that way at least. But yeah, esports, I do enjoy watching games competitively. Some games I exclusively watch competitively, if that makes sense. Like there are games that I enjoy watching, but I don't enjoy playing. Yeah, like I actually enjoy watching StarCraft 2 matches, even though I'm not at all a fan of the game. You know, to play it. Let me get some caffeine into me. Oh yeah, that calms the shakes. Man, there's definitely some shit going down because it's shaking all over the place. Hope I can find a town portal, because we're almost at the end of the video. I don't really want to go more than 30 minutes, but we'll see. I mean, I'm testing something out here. I've realized, you know what? People probably don't care about 60 FPS. I mean, I'm sure some of you do, and I might just be projecting my own sensibilities onto people. Because I don't give a shit about 60. I mean, I give a shit about playing in 60 FPS. I think it is very important. I am sort of in Total Biscuit's camp there. That for most games, 60 FPS is something that should be demanded. But I don't care about watching games in 60 FPS. Let me know if you do. But I'm going to try, perhaps, depending on the game, foregoing the whole 60 FPS video thing for the sake of, you know, boosting my bitrate a little bit so it looks a little bit cleaner, and also having longer episodes. Because I think, if I'm not very much mistaken, it's been a while since I've recorded at 30 FPS, but I think when you record in 60, it pretty much doubles the size of the video, and that's a problem. For a 20-minute video, 4000 bitrate, 60 FPS. We're talking about maybe just under 700 meg, which with my internet, you're looking at least 2 hours upload time, which is awkward. I mean, I can totally upload overnight, and it's not a problem. It's more just a matter of, I don't know, I mean, it kind of doesn't work schedule-wise. Hang on. To upload that time. So the time that I usually upload it does affect other people in the house, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm always looking for ways to keep my file size down. Okay, so we got, hang on, does it even, No, we haven't... we don't even have a portal in this area. That's okay. Maybe I'll just stop the video and we'll do the next episode from here. How about that? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you taste the game, like, subscribe, and comment if you are so inclined. And check out my music at ricardoestarte.com. Don't forget to post in the comments your suggestion for ARPGs that I might not have heard of or that I haven't played. Anyway, guys, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.